Good morning, everyone. So, the first book that we are going to read, first book would be this. This is Da by Francis Kong. Actually, I got this during my training with Francis Kong. And that was in 2016. My God, that was just stuck there. So, this time we're gonna read it and let's learn from it, okay? So for everyone who doesn't know Francis Kong, let me read to you about him. I will read his book verbatim. So parang yung kayo din nagbabasa. So we're going to read at least 5 to 10 minutes or less. So this Da by Francis Kong says, why do intelligent people develop unhealthy habits? How to get out of it and win. So who is Francis Kong? Francis Kong has jumped off the 232 meters or meter high Macau Towers and has successfully parasailed despite a malfunctioning safety harness and a defective parachute. After a miraculous landing, he went back up again to complete his almost perfect parasailing experience. Francis is an avid learner. He constantly reads books, listens to tapes, attends conferences, and has even enrolled in a summer school at Oxford University. He averages more than 300 talks, trainings, and seminars in a year. He continues to inspire millions of people through his radio program and through his column in the business section of the Philippine Star. He is also a regular guest of the popular morning TV show Umagang Kay Ganda, perhaps that's in 2016. He has received many awards and has written 11 books, all of which continue to be in circulation. Francis is an entrepreneur but takes most pride in being the husband of Lilia, whom he fondly calls Leilocana, and a father to his 3 grown children, Brian, Hannah, and Rachel. So if you want to know more about Francis Kong, you could visit his website at www.franciskong.com. Okay. Francis Kong, the best. Right, let's start. Okay, ito po yung signature niya. In 2016. Okay, let's read. Okay. According to Francis Kong, some people do stupid things consistently. It's like they expect to be rewarded for it. Duh. Life is tough, and life is tougher for stupid people. That's from Felix Ong, retired U.S. Marine officer. Okay? So, chapter 1 would be you and your career. A million frog legs. A secretary rules for the boss. Are you really listening? Be changed to the punch. Billionaire suicides. Build or bust your career. Creativity and innovation. Do not eat lunch during lunch. Do not kite your resume. Do not lose your good people. Everybody loves a bargain. How to be unpopular in the office. Is your boss a jerk? It's not always about you. Maybe we've lost it. Multi-talented or multi-profession. Pay attention. Resistance to change. Some dumb things people do. The jump shot. The most important meetings you have to attend. The rhetoric and reality of business. The richest men in the valley. That's chapter 1. Okay, so let's get started. So it's 4 minutes and 45. So a million frog legs. A farmer came into town and asked the owner of a restaurant if he could use a million frog legs. The restaurant owner was shocked. and asked the man where he could get so many frog legs. The farmer replied, "There is a pond near my house that is full of frogs, millions of them. They croak all night and are about to drive me crazy." So the restaurant owner and the farmer made an agreement that a farmer would deliver frogs to the restaurant 500 at a time for the next several weeks. The first week, the farmer returned to the restaurant looking rather sheepish, with two scrawny little frogs. The restaurant owner said, "Well, where are all the frogs?" The farmer said, "I was mistaken. There were only these two frogs in the pond, but they sure were making a lot of noise. Next time you hear somebody criticizing or attacking you, remember, it's probably just a couple of noisy frogs. Problems always seem bigger in the dark. Have you ever lain in your bed at night worrying about things which seem almost overwhelming, like a million frogs croaking? Chances are, when morning comes and you take a closer look, you end up wondering what all the fuss was about." Leaders face criticism all the time. Achievers are always on the receiving end of nasty insults and slanderous remarks. I have yet to meet a successful CEO or leader who has not received mean text messages, anonymous letters of insults, or fabricated stories, while winners are busy focusing on getting better at what they do. Critical people have made a career of looking for bad things to say about them. They are always on the lookout for what is negative because they have made it their nature to be negative. One day, a supervisor at a plant called one of the workers on the carpet for talking back to his foreman. Supervisor says, "He says you called him a liar. Is that right?" Worker replied, "I suppose it is." Supervisor says, "And he says you called him stupid." Worker answered, "He is, and I did." Supervisor says, "And a slave driver?" Worker responded, "Yes." Supervisor, "And a genuine gold-plated 24-hour open all-night neon-lighted revolving good-for-nothing slug?" This time the worker said, "No, but let me write that one down so I can remember it." Get on with your life. Don't mind the frogs. Those suckers will croak all the time. Do your job and give a great performance. The best argument is always a job well done. The best revenge is a life well lived. This statement, credited to Theodore Roosevelt, is perhaps the most eloquent defense yet offered for the man or the woman who lives where the rubber meets the road. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds? Who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions? Who spends himself in a worthy cause? Who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who, at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. When it comes to critical people, always remember that they are just croaking frogs. And when the criticisms begin to hurt you, simply remember the mango tree. Nobody throws stones at a fruitless tree. Jealousy will breed criticism. If what you do is right before men and God, then do it with all your might and don't let the suckers get to you. And to the frogs that continue to malign, slander, hurl, verbal abuse, and criticize people unfairly, and unendingly may offer some simple advice. Be reminded of what the Bible has to say, that out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. So watch your mouth, or better still, watch your heart. So that's our reading for today from this Francis Kong book, The. Hope you enjoy reading with me and learn something. Thank you.